Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. So listen. The channel is the No Metrics, No Simping, All Subject channel. I gotta get this on here. I'm not even ready to. But if y'all really want the truth, y'all gonna look past the hair. The hair get wild sometimes, man. Bad hair days, man. And it's not really a bad hair day. I just ain't did nothing yet. But I gotta come on here and help you dudes, especially the younger guys that listen to me, because not all the time younger guys gonna listen to you. A lot of them, that's how they think. And shout out to my younger guys. Shout out to the vice president and the rest of the younger guys. But this how some young guys think. If they F with you, they F with you. If they don't, they don't. If they don't like you or they trying to follow the mass against you, then they not going to let you help them. They not going to listen to you. Just let them be. Let them be. Because all you going to do is find yourself, just like when I was younger and I went through my little phase where I wasn't coming home when my father was telling me to and stuff like that. So we was kind of at odds for a little while. He was chained in the door and stuff. Like, well, you got a key, but you ain't gonna get in unless I let you in. And then after a while, I was grown, and I'm like, okay, well, let me get in the house so he won't chain the door, so he won't have to get up and let me in the house, because that's what he was doing to prove a point to me. And after a while, I just moved. Like, I ain't gonna, my father, I get what he's saying. So that's how some of them be, man. And I've accepted that, because what happens is you get on their nerve and they get on yours. Like, when y'all don't understand each other, you gotta realize the younger generation, if they with you, they with you. That's your chance to share your wisdom and stuff like that. I got a lot of young dudes that's with me like that, but some ain't. You got some that's just how it is. That's how it was even when I worked in juvenile. But nonetheless, the knowledge and the wisdom gonna be here for them to see. Now, let's get into this. I'm seeing a lot of young guys get into it over these women. Older guys too. I gotta understand, man. Like, one of my guys, it's just a couple of my guys. Like, you read the post on Facebook, and it's like if you was cool with somebody, you ain't had no animosity towards them. When you see them dealing with garbage, man, you still be kind of like, man, that's messed up. So that's where I got the inspiration for this video. I'm listening to these women talk on YouTube in real life, and it's like I'm seeing that guys is more sympathetic towards them than they are towards us. And that ain't how it's supposed to be. Y'all do realize that's what got Adam and Eve in trouble, right? That's what always gets men in trouble. You don't stop being the man or a man because of any woman. That's what get guys in trouble. I talk a lot about a guy that I used to deal with that used to come to the detention center. And, me and him used to talk and stuff like that. And after a while, he started trying to act like he knew everything. So I'm like, okay. Stop talking to him. Start talking to somebody else. It wasn't that we fell out. It's just he tuned me out. So he knew people in there, and he'll be on the phone with them and stuff. And he'll speak and everything like that. But when I found out what he did, I just was disappointed, man. Because that was one that I could have got to more if he wouldn't have tuned me out. See, a lot of people, especially in Milwaukee, man, I don't know where you at, but it's a lot of two-faced people in Milwaukee. That's one of the, you got pros and cons. One of the cons I would say about a lot of people in Milwaukee of all ages is they just too freaking two-faced. And so sometimes when a person is two-faced, if you give in to their second face, it could affect you negatively. Because what if they two-faced it towards somebody that you gaining knowledge and wisdom from? And you sitting there listening to them. That's what happened. That's what I believe happened. He was cool with a younger guy that I wasn't cool with, that I kind of had a run-in with. And so he tuned me out. Y'all want to know what he did? We talked about him before. What I was talking to those young guys about is what I talked to y'all about. The attitude and the mentality and the mindset that we should have with women. See, I let my guard down. And every guy that lets his guard down, when you see the reality, you probably gonna have to pay the price. Like, I'm probably gonna have to pay the price. Or in some kind of way, if you refuse to pay it, they gonna try to take your passport. They may take your driver's license. I'm telling you, these women be effing dudes' lives up with these divorces. I'm telling you, man. Y'all think I went in on Tony Gaskins and all of them like that out of just sheer animosity? I don't know them. But they was setting y'all up for failure, man. For you to stay married to the majority of these women, you gonna have to give up your manhood. You gonna have to give them their way practically all the time. That's the only way. You ain't no happy life. A lot of times when these women is happy, the man is unhappy. And when the man is happy, the woman is unhappy. Because a lot of them don't like to see the man happy. If it's a dude like, man, I'm finna do what I want to do, I'm a grown man, his wife gonna be miserable. She gonna hate that. So what he did was he got out. Me personally, they let him out a little too early for his case. But that's what they do here. People be losing their lives because in the state of Wisconsin, they worried about what people who ain't committing crimes do and got, more than they worried about people who committing crimes do and got. A lot of them get out, get slaps on the wrist, and then people die at the hands of those people. That's what happened with him. His girlfriend she moved on. She was dancing with another guy at the party. He pulls out a gun. He shoots her. His argument was that it was an accident, but they weren't buying that. I believe, I don't know all the detail, but I believe some of the people at the party testified against it. It happened at a party. If he had to listen to me, I would have told him, like I always used to tell him and the rest of them, man, when they move on, you move on. And now he gonna spend the majority of his life in prison. The smart kid that just didn't know how to deal with girls and women. That's why I'm telling you guys, do not fight over these women. Here's how I want you to think. Here's how I think. If I even liked a woman and I found out that she was getting smashed, this, that, and the other, it's gonna make me look at her different. Or if like I gave a woman my number and she didn't call, it's gonna make me look at her different. Or if she tried to friend zone me or choose somebody else, it's gonna make me look at her different. Why? Because I understand. The Bible says you're supposed to deal with them in an understanding manner. I understand that when your turn is over, your turn is over. Now, here's the unfortunate aspect of some guys that know this. There are some guys that know their turn is over. But marriage has a way of ruining your life when you try to divorce. So some guys, they just say, you know what, man, F her. I'm not losing my house. I'm not losing my stuff. Because some of these women will be scared of guns. And if you a gunsman, if you into guns, they'll try to take your guns. And they scared to even touch a gun. That kind of stuff right there. It's stuff like that. These women is even taking guys' dogs from them. Shane Mosley's wife took his championship belts. All his work, his life's work. And she took his championship belts. When your turn is over, your turn is over, man. This what, because of how family court is, we got to be more strategic. This is what we need to start doing. Just stay away from her. Don't talk to her too much. Because here's what I noticed. When a woman has moved on and you still be talking to them, all it is either you going to be manipulating them or they're going to be manipulating you or trying to do so. Once the relationship is over, if you under the same roof and your money ain't right, you know that's the next move. You got to get your money right. You got to get your money right. Start saving up. Write out, okay, living room set, bedroom set, couple TVs. Write it all up, how much you gonna need. Couple TVs. If you only got one car, you already know they're going to try to give her the car. And a lot of these women will give your car away if they don't like it. I saw a dude, he passed away. And I'm telling y'all, man, this was a good guy. He was a good guy, man. But I believe possibly that those years he was going through that divorce, it messed up his heart. And so he started bouncing back, man. This is what was so sad about it. He was looking happy again. I knew him for years, man, so I could tell pretty much his mood because he acted certain ways. I knew he was happy. They say he was finna get married. And then boom. His heart went bad. See, these women, you all that fighting to get into it with them, it'll mess up your heart. You'll start declining in your health. Your bones will start aching more. You'll start getting like them little calcium deposits on your bones. different little stuff. And it's like, it's because you gotta deal with them in an understanding way. Okay, when they start having emotional affairs, when they start scaling back sex, or if they become more critical of you during sex, or they don't want to have sex, stuff like that, it's showing you your turn is over, man. They'll be with you for some type of convenience. If you paying all the bills. And this is another thing. If they with you over the bills, and the bills start getting kind of shaky, you gonna see they booty hole. They gonna show you how they really feel. That's how it is. But guys, the way it, listen, gotta be more strategic, man. Start planning out, man. Then it won't be, the hit won't be so bad. Be like, okay, I'm gonna give her these little 2 more years, you know, without filing the papers. Get all your money for your place. Don't worry about the kids, man. She's a home breaker. If you look, if you done did what you could, you don't have to cheat on these women for the relationship to get messed up. I never cheated. That's what they want y'all to believe. When they try to control you and they can't, that's one of the things. Or you get tired of them trying to tell you what to do, stuff like that. That's the kind of stuff that mess relationships up. When the dudes that haven't been standing on her, she get out of control, now you start standing on her, they ain't gonna always respond the best to that. Stop marrying these women, man. Be more slow with it. If you gonna marry a woman, she should be practically perfect. That where you be like, okay, no, still don't get no marriage license, and be careful in palimony states, but she should be practically down for you, spending money on you, sharing money with you, just a team player, a good person, sexual. Here's what some guys probably deal with. Wait, hold on. I can't see myself. Hold on. Where's mine? I'm gonna have to wrap this up soon. Where is that thing? Hope it don't fall out the car. Oh, here it is. Hold on. This is why I tell you younger dudes, let these women fall in love with you, don't fall in love with them. If they doing right, it's okay to like them, but control it. It's okay to take them out to dinner and movie stuff, but control it. You should always, every step of the way, be stacking money for yourself, building up your own life. Working 2 jobs, doing what you gotta do. You don't spend no time. Okay, well, let's see. Look at your calendar. Okay. Don't scale back money. Fit her in where you can fit her in. Keep going for yours, man. Keep going for yours. And realize, when I got married, I didn't have a gray hair on my head. Y'all see this, right? I ain't have a gray hair on my head. That's how long ago that was. What do I talk about now? Time don't guarantee anything when it comes to relationships but trouble and failure. If you don't got no unicorn, you don't got no really good woman, you guaranteed to deal with what we talk about on here. The sex scale back. She liked the guy at work. She on YouTube talking to guys. And in her mind, she developing a negativity, a hostility, a resentment towards you. And you've been doing for her for years. It don't even matter. They don't care. Like I said, they'll go all the way to a whole nother city, cheat on their husband, and go back. He buying her food. He taking care of her. But she don't even want to get him none or suck him up. She goes somewhere else and does it to somebody that ain't doing for her. That's how they be doing people, man. That's how they be doing people. I know what I'm talking about. Y'all know I know what I'm talking about. That's why my subs is steady growing. I get new subs every day. Because guys, it's something about people, if they open themselves up to hear the truth. Some people know the truth when they hear it. And the truth is, I'm not against women. Attracted to them, be looking at them, checking them out, the whole nine. But I understand them, see? And I understand the role they're supposed to have. And I often compare them to Eve. Y'all think these women is going to demonstrate something different than Eve? Y'all know what happened in the garden after that. Y'all know what happened in the garden before that? Y'all know what happened in the garden after that. See, y'all don't read and study the books. Allegedly, there was an orgy in the garden. Allegedly, Cain ain't even Adam's. Wasn't even Adam's. So it went from not eating this tree, being married, husband dominating, to an orgy. Ain't that how it be happening? I think we should have an open marriage. If your wife tell you that, tell her I think we shouldn't have no marriage. Why in the hell would any man be in an open marriage? You know dang well that benefit them and not you. Are you slow? Who wants... Why would anybody be in an open marriage? Any man. The only man I can almost understand is a dude that know he finna lose everything. And he don't want her anyway. So he'll tell her something like that. Cause he don't care who mess with her. He just trying to protect his possessions. Maybe that's what Will Smith was on. Is today the 3rd? Yeah, today is the 3rd. How many guys is sitting in prison right now because they couldn't take the fact that their best friend in some of those situations was banging their girl, banging their wife. They couldn't take the fact that another dude, so they popped her. If you ain't never listened to nothing I ever told you, some of y'all going through this right now. Dudes, they'll rub it in. They'll be like, the girl will be instigating. Yeah, you bigger than him. Yeah, you hit my bottom. He ain't do this. Okay, let her say that, man. Do not care. Do not respond. Do not fight over these women. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm finna give y'all a little pinch. It was a conversation that went negative and disrespectful. And I told her, I said, I want you to have another man. Go get you a man. Because y'all don't realize that some of these women get to talking that stuff, and they family, your family, people don't be knowing what they saying and doing and not doing. Because some people is more sneaky. They want people to believe that it's you that's the problem. Who wants to keep hearing about these other men? Go get them. I told her, well, I can't say everything I said with that particular thing, because the world don't. But I said, if something happened to my daughters, these women are bringing these guys, they always talking how headstrong they is. Okay, if y'all so headstrong and y'all know the future female version of Nostradamus, why does stuff keep happening to your kids when their father ain't around? It ain't. I done heard thousands of stories. Sometimes it seems like these dudes just get with them to get to them kids. My auntie, well, how did that go? This how it might have went. My auntie had a friend, nice looking too. She caught her boyfriend banging up her little son and killed her. She was gone a long time. I don't even know, or I don't believe that was his son. Stabbed him up. Like I told y'all, dude just came on Coach Greg Adams' show. Said that happened to his daughter. See, these women, let them tell it. They withhold they don't have no sex drive. They're gonna make a guy wait 5 years before they give him some. They know everything about men. They're gonna pick the right man. Everything's just gonna go all swell, A-okay. And then the total opposite happened. They wasn't giving their husband none. They wasn't giving their boyfriend none. They done gave it up to the new dude in the first week. And this is what they do. The ones that think they Christian-y, right? Or think that they gonna somehow withhold. This how it'll be. They'll say, well, let's just hump each other. And they'll hump each other. And then they'll go from humping each other to her sucking him up. And then they gonna go from sucking him up, well, you can put it on there. And then they gonna go from putting it on there to putting it in there, all in the same week. While another man has to pay her for divorcing her for not being who she's supposed to be with him. That's how it be. Happens all the time. Everywhere, all over the world, especially in the U.S. I don't even got to know about the other country. I guarantee it happens here more. Because of all the false philosophy and the agendas and the propagandas and the withholding of truth from the masses. I guarantee you it happens here more. And she done been undid all of this with him in the first 2 weeks. They go out on a date. She wasn't drinking with her husband. She was criticizing him for drinking. But she done had a drink with a complete stranger in 1 week. That's how they do. I'm a prophet, man. I can see things. So she'll go from not having a drink with her husband to having a drink with a stranger in 1 week. And in that same week, y'all see what I just was saying? All of that have been happening in them first 2 weeks. Dry humping, touching, kissing. Some of these women, all you gotta do, they say it was gin back in the 90s. Now they say it's Casamigos. You just, what is Quesos, Amigo, whatever. All you gotta do is give them some of that. And they gonna be collecting checks from you, Mr. Lover Man, trying to get married, while they being a slut easy for somebody else. A lot of guys can't take it, but you gotta be able to. Live your life, man. F her. Forget her. So we got to use the word forget in this sense because you don't want to connect that 4-letter F word to her. So it's forget her. I'm telling you, man, I don't be trying to hear none of that. These chicks is easy, man. But they try to make it hard and make the dude jump through hoops who do for him. The dude who do for him got to jump through hoops to get some. The dude who in the past or who ain't did nothing for her but got a haircut and some Jordans on, licking his lips in a bar, he get the full 9. He probably get her in the bathroom. And then she'll come home to you not giving you nothing. Man, get rid of these hoes, man. I'm going to call them what they are. That's a hoe. A woman who was married, who wasn't having sex with her husband, but had sex with somebody else, that's a hoe. I ain't trying to hear it. You a hoe. How you going to go, you married, that's your responsibility, and you should relish it. And you wasn't doing that with your husband. But then you give it up to somebody else, man, you a hoe. What else can you call them? Because think of it this way. What do prostitutes do? Where I'm from, you have strippers, you have prostitutes, you have gold diggers, and you have hoes. The hoes is the ones that'll do it for free. Because they like somebody. Now, if you in a relationship with that dude, that's different. But if you had sex with him, right, y'all ain't got no connection. The question comes to be, okay, before him, did you do the same thing? You know you're a hoe. Well, we'll just call it 304. YouTube likes to censor me for some reason, but they censor me more when I start talking about the civil rights movement and stuff like that. These women go down to Mississippi, they'll go to Applebee's, they'll go to Buffalo Wild Wings, Red Lobster, and to sit across from a dude they barely know. And he'll buy them a few drinks and they gonna have their legs up in the air. But with you, oh, my knee hurts. Oh, my back hurts. Oh, you just did something. Why we gotta do something again? Oh, hurry up. Oh, don't mess up the sheets. Oh, you ain't never getting this again. But then they'll go on a family trip to Mississippi and then be getting fingered and broke off by a dude they don't even know. And I come home, man, that cat look like a fox, man. Look at his tail. That's a different looking cat. Is that a cat? I'm killing the foxy come back here. They're like a foxtail. Then they'll come and be trying to collect child support and alimony from you. You, the one who divorced them because they just wouldn't do right no more. Now they trying to do right for this guy. And let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all dudes be feeling bad trying to get back with him. You got to look at it like this. That's not who she was with you. That don't make her a good woman. You go by how she was with you. It don't matter what she doing with somebody else. She's who she was with you. So why is guys feeling bad about breakups and divorces when the woman didn't do nothing but argue with you, silent treatment, y'all half talking to each other, y'all not getting along? That's who she is. So why would you try to get back with her? I could see if you just broke up with her on some humbug stuff. You broke up with her because she wasn't acting like no wife no more. And you want to get back with her. Why? Or this is what some guys do too. Some guys, what they'll do is they'll not want to deal with no other woman because of her. Why? So you gave up on all pleasure, because that's what they there for, recreation and pleasure. She wasn't being recreation and pleasure. You got rid of her, so now you don't want recreation and pleasure? Come on, man. Don't even be like that. Don't let, man, it's all, I need to throw some peppermints everywhere. My yard is so big, it just draws cats and stuff. Don't let the woman who did you wrong cause you not to deal with women at all. Just deal with them in an understanding way. Okay, you saw how marriage went. Not too good, huh? So now you just deal with them. No marriage. You make them earn that. And you be willing the whole step of the way to walk away from her like you did the other one. Y'all let these women talk too much. What the Bible say? That they should be quiet and learn at home. What are they learning? That's why I say don't listen to them. He ain't my type. This one ain't my type. Most of them is going to get with the person who they say is not their type. And if they don't get with them, they're going to give them some. These women will be you'll be fighting through life trying to make it financially, and they'll be talking about, next time I'm getting a rich man. Go get him now. And y'all don't know how to take in the things they say and do. Because if they doing you like that, have you become the woman? Have y'all switched roles? Because why are you letting these women damage you? The only damage they should be doing is they'll literally get on your nerves and make you sick if you let them. These broads can't tell me nothing, man. Every time you start giving them the benefit of the doubt, I guarantee you, If y'all relationship is over and you trying to get on the benefit of the doubt, they gonna find a new way to get under your skin. Just leave them alone. You say, but I don't want to leave my kids. You might have to. You think these other guys wanted to leave their kids? It's either leave your kids. No, it's either be with the practically woman that's acting like Jezebel, like a devil, or leave your kids. She ain't gonna give you your kid. She gonna use them as bait. That's her bait to stay in your pocket. Oh, I ain't gonna put you on trial. Yes, she is. She is. She gonna get every dime. If she nickel and dimes you now, she complain about a 99-cent drink, $2 drink, you already know how she gonna try to do you when you go get them papers. She gonna try to nickel and dime you to hell. Sometimes y'all just gotta be willing to fight a little more. I'm ready. I already know it's finna be a battle. I ain't trying to hear nothing with the Bible. Ain't nobody finna use the Bible to benefit off of me. I'm not trying to hear it. That is not God's system. So don't bring him up. That's another thing that came up that time when Coach Greg Adams and what's his name, Hafiz, whatever, the young buck that don't know about relationship. When Coach Greg said God ain't got nothing to do with marriage, I knew what he was saying. Because me and Coach Greg, like, we go way back. Coach Greg did a video answering a question for me a while back. I sought his advice. Because even when you know things, sometimes somebody else might know this aspect. You know these aspects over here. They might know this aspect, and it'll help you. I asked him a question. It was a while back, years ago. It's like when he said that God ain't nowhere in marriage, he's right. Marriage is something totally different from what the Most High will want and from how the Most High set it up. Nowadays, it's different. It's not the same. These women, I'm going to tell you how deceptive they are. They'll try to criticize your hair if it gets longer than theirs. Like this one guy was talking about how his wife always criticizing his ponytail. I'm thinking like, why is she worried about that? That's what I'm be talking about, man. I'm telling you, guys are suffering in silence. They think they being a man by just keeping it all in. Don't talk to nobody. Y'all dudes should be on YouTube in the comments dealing with guys that done been through what you've been going through or in it right now. I wish Robin Williams would have reached out to somebody. That's one of my favorite actors of all time. Popeye, Mork and Mindy. He been on so many movies. His relationships ruined his life. How do you pay 3 alimonies at once? That's just disgusting. Them courts shouldn't even did that to that man. But this information wasn't out back then. And who's to say that Robin Williams would have listened to us? Some people, if they got more money than you, they not trying to hear you, even if you could help them. I know the Bible frontwards and backwards. There's people who won't listen to me because they think they got more than me. That's your loss then. I don't feel sorry for those type. But if I can help these young guys have fun with these women, man. Stop trying to be so spiritual. That's where you're going to get caught up. See, in my case, I started going to church. I was doing things in the street, making money, living a hood lifestyle, having fun though, hanging with my guys. I started going to church. I was already like just thinking. Because I already was experiencing the realness of the Most High God. And I'm thinking like, I need to change. And it's like, the changes that I made, some of them coming back to bite me. They are. I had more money back then. I'm bouncing back. You know, I didn't have money like this here, roller coaster. But it's like I haven't prospered. See, when you are in agreement, you're supposed to prosper. But a lot of guys are in relationships that ain't nothing but strife and discord. You're not going to prosper. Only way you won't prosper, you start getting weird. Get on some P. Diddy type stuff. If you are an average guy that works every day, average education, you ain't got a lot of credentials, and you have a failing relationship, man, you going to feel it the most. You going to feel it the most. I could talk forever on this subject, man. Because I want to see guys enjoy life, man. Don't stop being so serious. Remember how the Joker said, why so serious? You shouldn't, when it comes to women, why so serious? This ain't the 50s. This is Promiscuous Girl 2024. Anyway, we got more videos throughout the course of the day. We don't know how many though, but we will be doing some. I gotta go do some things in the house. I come back out. I'm about to let a couple of them fly on here. Stop taking these chicks so seriously, man. You're gonna be disappointed. Most of y'all, not all, but most of y'all gonna be disappointed when it's all said and done. Like I said, Angry Man put up a short. Everybody know that Pearly stuff. I ain't never unsub Angry Man because I don't hold grudges. I don't like or agree with a lot of things, but I still keep somebody on there and I'll be watching to see like what they talking about and stuff. He made a very good point. He put up a girl and he said, and y'all wonder why guys ain't getting married. I would encourage y'all young dudes and y'all older dudes alike, check out that short. I ain't hating on the man. He make money. But he's right. Man, my stomach growling. He's right. He might not know how to deal with white folks, especially racist ones, but he was right about that. Go watch it. Don't let nobody talk you into nothing that's going to change against you down the line. 99% of these women are not going to be who they were when they were 22 years old. Now imagine what guys dealing with now. She a 304 at 22. Imagine what she's going to be when she get in her 40s. These women right now that's in their 20s. Imagine what they going to be like in their 40s. If you mess around and marry them. You think you want a porn star. She ain't gonna be no porn star at 45. Not if you too nice to her. Not if you doing for her. Even Kim Fields. Kim Fields been married 17 years. That means she was like 37 when she got married, right? Now we hearing about problems she having. I'm telling you, when they get older, man, a lot of time, my uncle said, man, I ain't never living with no woman again. And his brother was saying the same thing before he passed away, my other uncle. They notice things. My father lived alone for, I believe, like 10 years before he passed away. He had one girlfriend after my mother. And he used to be like laughing, saying, man, I be wanting her to get out. My father was enjoying himself, man. Watching his sports, eating the foods he liked. He had a record player that still works to this day. Playing his music. Where y'all think I get 80s Explosion from? I get that from my parents. That's what got me into music, was them. I like and listen to a lot of the music they listen to. They ain't really, well, they listen to white 80s music, but not like we did. You gotta realize, if you grew up in Milwaukee or practically anywhere, 80s music was 80s music. You didn't care if they were white, Latino, black. If you liked it, the music, you liked it, the music. And I still play that stuff every chance I get. Love it. Play it in the car, everything. Never get tired of those songs. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hit the like button. Send super thanks if you desire or you're able. Feel free to Cash App if you desire, you're able. Let the ads play. That's another way you can support YouTubers. If it's something you want or need that comes on the ad, buy it. And let the ads play. You can support people that way. Some of y'all just don't want to support, man. But who keeps score? Shout out to those of you that do. I think it's 9 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Be looking out. Turn on your notification. Guys, Don't fight over these women. When your turn is over, it's over. And deal with them in an understanding way. Don't fall into these little love story movies. It's all right to watch them. I still do. But I know the truth. So I know I listen to R&B, but I don't live R&B. That's over with. Only way I'm going to live R&B is if I had a unicorn or unicorns. I'm not going to force R&B with these broads. And neither should you. You got to know what you're dealing with and what you're up against now. Thanks for watching.